Now you throw Kevin into the mix, prolific scorer. How high do they go here with him out there?
We'll see. I mean, they're certainly a team we respect. He's a player we respect, and so we understand the challenge ahead of us in tomorrow night's game. But in terms of what the season looks like for anybody, nobody knows.
That's the local kid, Leominster's own Mark Daignault, who is the head coach of the defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder. Back here, hold my banner. Ante, Travis, Adam. What we're going to do, we're going to do this for the East as well, but you got to wait a segment for that. What we're going to do here for the Western Conference guys, and I'm excited about this, because for those who don't know, we all did this independently. We don't know what the other one filled in, what it looks like, what the order is. We went 1 through 8, plus the first miss, if you will. So 1 through 9 in the Western Conference, sitting here predicting on October 21st what the standings are going to look like come mid-April when the season is over. Can't account for injury, for trades, for any of that stuff. So it's a guessing game, but we went into our crystal balls. We're going to show you what we came up with. So let's take a look at this thing. Are we going to look at all three across? There we go. All right, so listen.
Wow.
Two of us.
Wait a minute.
Two of us have the Thunder as the top seed.
The Nuggets.
I had to look at y'all a little crazy when y'all said that.
You looked at us crazy.
Yeah, I did.
All right, well, start there. How is OKC, a team that a lot of people believe is going to contend for the best record in NBA history, win 70-plus games here in the regular season? How are they falling short of the 1 seed to the Denver Nuggets?
You guys are acting like I'm just blasphemous, disrespectful to the Thunder. I got them at the 2 seed. First of all, with the Denver Nuggets, I love exactly what they did for their star, Nikola Jokic, this year. They surrounded him with talent. They got rid of guys who were just one-dimensional and went and got two-way guys. They brought back guys that helped them win the championship beforehand. And on top of that, the Thunder, missing Jalen Williams for some time here at the beginning, we know how vital he was to them throughout the last year. Is Chet going to stay healthy? I don't know. I don't really love these wiry 7-footers, and we'll get into all of that throughout this whole entire preview, but I can't really bank on his health to be there. If they're going to be a team that comes in there with a little bit of a championship hangover, comes in there with the Western Conference that's focusing, putting them on their headboard every single night.
The West is better.
It could be tough for them, tough sledding for them. They got a lot of targets on their backs right now, and so, I just think this Nuggets team is going to fly under the radar a little bit and sneak
into the 1 seed.
While we have the graphic up, I also have them under the radar. I tried to bury them in the Western Conference. I just want to point that out. I do not believe in the coaching. I still think I'm bitter about Malone there. I think that was a wrong move.
Despite the playoff run after?
I'm not. Well, I have them in the postseason. I just don't think
but I mean, what they did after they got rid of Malone last year, it's not like they turtled.
I think they blamed him.
They lost in 7.
I think they blamed him for all their problems, and that's going to come back to haunt them. I do like what they did this offseason. I don't think it's as great as Ante said.
Oh, bud, this might be the best supporting cast Jokic has ever had.
We're going to find out. You know what I saw last time I saw Jokic? He looked stressed. He looked like he was coaching the team. He had no help.
They only went to the Western Conference Finals.
Now we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I am not believing in the Nuggets as much as either one of you two, especially Ante.
Consider all of your upgrades, all right? You already have Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon. You have upgraded from Michael Porter Jr., Russell Westbrook, DeAndre Jordan, and you've brought in Cam Johnson, Tim Hardaway Jr., Bruce Brown is back, Jonas Valanciunas.
They should never left.
I mean, this team is excellent on paper.
You think they'll win the West?
I think they're going to be right there in the, just spoiler, in the final 2.
Okay. That's why I was looking for it. I don't. I have Spurs. I have Rockets. There's a number of teams I believe in more than the Nuggets. Not so much knocking,
you got them in the 7th
not so much knocking the Nuggets, but more so believing in those other teams. But I do not think that this offseason was as great as you guys do.
How?
In fact, hot take, I still think Jokic at some point, there's 2 stars in this league that I think will eventually force their way out. I think Jokic is one, and you know where I'm going with the other one because I've been saying it for 2 years. I think Giannis is going to be sick and tired of being sick and tired.
I can't wait to see where you put the Bucks then, because if you're going to disrespect the Nuggets,
I did the same thing.
I did the same
thing.
Let's see that graphic again, because since you brought up the Spurs, I happen to notice that there's a real divide between the three of us. So Travis,
Yeah,
you got
bro,
the
what's
Spurs.
up with this,
You
man?
got the
You were
Spurs
putting
at
Wemby at
three.
at three,
Yeah,
bro.
that's what I'm telling y'all.
They don't even have their
of
star,
us-
De'Aaron Fox.
That's why he'll be back.
Each
That's
of
what I'm
us
telling
essentially has them in the play-in tournament, coming in at the 8th
Yes.
seed.
Right.
You've got
Most
them at
people do.
3. Why?
Most people do.
Why?
I think they will be one of the. I mean, you can see from my graphic. I think they'll be one of the toast of the towns in the Western Conference. I love the way this team's constructed. I love the way they're built. My only concern is what everyone else feels.
Yes,
is
say it.
the Wemby health. thing.
Right.
Well, now, obviously, I'm betting on, as you look at those standings, I'm betting on him being okay. If he's not, all bets are off, obviously. But what I like from this kid is the dog. I've seen enough of him now where I'm like, okay, yeah, you're 9 feet tall. You can handle the rock. I get it. You can block shots. But you also have that MFer in you. I think Wemby is due for a big year this year. And if he can
I
go
think he's in the MVP
and they get healthy,
If he
and
can
they
stay healthy.
and they get healthy, I think the Spurs are going to be at the top of the Western.
I love
Can
the
he be
youth.
efficient?
One of the top teams.
Look, De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, obviously the number 2 pick, and Dylan Harper.
The roster.
Carter Bryant even.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like the roster. I just don't think they're not quite there. Like there's another step to take.
Right.
I think they're a playoff team. That's a step.
Yes.
A top 3
I
seed.
think I really do. We saw this happen. Let's not act like we didn't see this happen with the Rockets. I mean, Ime got there 5 minutes later. They're one of the top teams out west. I called that too. I have witnesses. It's on tape, and everyone said I was nuts. I am nuts, but I did see that leap from the Rockets. They were able to make that. I think the Spurs are next in line.
Yeah, I have to ask you about the Lakers. You guys,
Before we get to the
Okay.
Lakers, because this one also stood out. Let's look at this graphic again. I'm sorry, Greg, I keep calling for this graphic because there's so
Just
much on
leave it
here.
up, Greg.
No, you don't have to leave it up. Travis has the Mavericks at number 5.
Yeah.
You will notice Ante and I don't have the Mavericks on the list.
Well, I'm sure
They
it's
are not a
health.
playoff team to me.
I'm sure. I'm guessing you guys are predicating that on health and that
Kyrie
they won't
Irving's
stay
out for a
healthy.
bit to start the year. That's
and that's
part
fair.
of it.
See, unlike you two, I don't knock your list because I see the logic in it. I am simply betting that they will be healthy. I like this team. I think they're made to win right now. I think even Cooper Flagg, to be honest, fits that.
He's awesome.
Ready-made right now, turnkey.
Dude's a point guard all of a sudden.
Yes. I love their coach. I think the Mavericks are going to be a tough team. I wouldn't be shocked, barring health, obviously. If they get injured, all bets are off. If they're healthy, I would not be shocked if they're right back in the fight.
I see PJ Washington in trade talks every day. I see.
Well, you've got a glut of bigs.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's
You
not,
do.
I mean,
Daniel Gafford's in trade talks every day.
Anthony Davis,
every
Cooper
day.
Flagg, Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington, Najee Marshall, even we can put him in.
Yeah.
Like, guys have to move.
Right.
Oh,
Have to move.
I'm sorry. Jokic, Wemby, there's size in the West. I think they're okay having depth with a bunch of big guys. You know who
Especially-
doesn't have that? Here, the Celtics.
We'll get there.
Send them all here, for God's sakes. These guys don't want bigs. Send them to
I
Boston.
want bigs. I don't want all the bigs.
Speaking of terrible bigs, I'll forgive you for the Mavericks. AD, I don't think is going to be healthy.
I mean,
that's
that's
just one
fair.
of those things
That's
that
fair.
I'm nervous about.
That's
right,
fair.
him and Kyrie being healthy and then being healthy when they need him to be. That is a concern of mine.
That's fair.
Speaking of terrible bigs, I absolutely hate DeAndre Ayton's fit with the Los Angeles Lakers.
They needed
Adam,
a big desperately, though.
You have them at 6, the highest out of anybody on this
Do
panel.
I? Let me see
No,
it again,
Adam-
Greg.
Adam
has it.
Adam
I
has
was like,
them
I don't
as-
think I do.
Yeah,
At six.
but that's not high.
It's
You
not
got him
high.
at 7. He's got him at 8.
It's not,
like
it's not high.
these are
I just
somewhat
wanna
interchangeable
know
seeds.
what you're
Yeah.
seeing in this Lakers team. I almost didn't want to put them in. Like,
me too.
I
Yeah.
almost didn't
Me
put
too.
them in.
Me too.
I would rather put honestly, as we're sitting here, I would rather put the Mavericks in.
Me too.
Over the Lakers because of the situation with LeBron and how he's dealing with this.
We only put him in because of Luka.
Right. To be honest.
Can I be honest with you? I was driving in earlier today because I sent this in, I put it together last night. I sent it in earlier to Trevor, and I'm driving in, and I'm still thinking about it.
Yes.
And I audibly, I'm in the car alone, and I'm listening to music, and just out of nowhere, I go, I put the Lakers too high. I did. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about this list because, no, I don't believe in this team, and I don't believe in their ability to stay healthy.
Yeah.
Hell, LeBron is already out to start the year
Right.
till sometime next month with, how's the 40 years old, season 23? If ever there were an old man injury, it's sciatica.
Absolutely.
It's having a back issue.
Yep.
LeBron here, but at some point he's going to come back. He's going to be good. I think the biggest thing is honestly, and yeah, we can talk about the whole 1 through 8 of it all. But if we're evaluating what this team's potential is,
Yeah.
the bigger issue is the incredible lack of depth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you have LeBron,
Yep.
he'll look how he looks.
Yep.
We're in, best shape of my life, Luka mode all of a sudden again. Fine, let's see. He was great, obviously, for Slovenia and Eurobasket, and hopefully he's solid. I enjoy watching him. I'm not rooting against Luka.
Right.
A kid's got a Luka jersey, not a Lakers jersey, mind you, a Mavericks jersey, because that is not allowed.
It's a relic now.
But yeah, that's not allowed. But I mean, Austin Reeves is going to be good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Reeves is going to be good. I think Reeves is going to be good tonight, by the way. I'd invest in overs on his props with the Bron sideline.
Yeah.
But after that, can we count on Ayton to stay healthy?
No.
Who's your fourth best player? Is it Marcus Smart? And I don't say that
Jeez.
disrespectfully to Marcus.
You should.
Because, obviously his prime years are behind him,
Well,
but
way behind him.
it's the roster construction of this team. It's a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
but
is a mess.
To be fair, guys, I'm not trying to be some Laker apologist here, but there were a lot of these issues last season. They were a 3 seed out west.
Yeah.
Let's. I'm not saying they're going to do that again. I'm just saying, they've everything you just named has been an issue since LeBron's been there.
Yeah,
quite
a
frankly.
lot of the West ate each other at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm
Like
just
it ate
saying.
itself. Yeah, you got Mike Malone getting fired. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
The Mavericks, obviously, the injury
They got
issues
hurt.
tanked them and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Same thing with the Grizzlies, all
Right.
that type of stuff. So a lot of the key players really kind of just took themselves out of the race.
Yeah.
And then we saw when they got to playoffs that they were faux.
I guess my point is, if we have them 6, 7, 8. That sounds about right. They
Yeah.
had these same issues last year, and they overachieved, to your point, in a West that was maybe more open than we think it will be
Right.
this year. So then it kind of balances out. I could see a 6 seed.
Yeah,
It's not
I
crazy.
just think
It's not crazy. I just wanted to know. I just wanted to know if you
no,
was a
look,
little higher.
we don't have time for it, but the larger point here, I think, is that we know who the best teams in the West are.
Yes.
It's OKC, it's Denver, it's Houston, whatever order you want to put
Yep.
them in. The middle of the West is clunky and is somewhat interchangeable.
Fair.
Quickly before we
Yeah.
move on to the East, because
Yeah.
just missed.
Yeah.
Who were the teams that you
Oh, that just missed?
in the West?
I put Dallas. Dallas
Dallas.
was my first one
I
out.
put the Grizzlies.
I had Memphis as
Yeah.
well. I had Memphis as well. I don't trust Ja, the lead.
I don't trust Memphis to stay healthy.
okay.
Yeah, I'm fair with that too.
Otherwise, I probably would have had them in my 8.
Yeah, you guys are smart. You factor in health. I sit down and I just assume health, and I go from there.
Yeah, we
But
can't.
I tell you where I don't trust is Ja Morant, the leader. That's where I'm just like, that team
You don't
feels
think
like.
he's walking into that locker room guns blazing?
No, yeah, I do.
right.
And that's a problem. That's a problem.
On to the Eastern Conference.
Rip up the rest of my notes, and we
That
go
was a
to
great
the
job.
Yeah.
That was
We go
beautiful
to
work.
the East. Hey, thank you.
Beautiful
Good
work.
review. All right, Greg, let's see the Eastern Conference here. You guys are going to hate my list. Look at this. You see where I have the Celtics? 4. I got the Celtics. Travis has them at 8. He's got them nearly missing.
Come on.
Okay, so a couple of us have the Cavs. Then Ante's the Celtics, or the Knicks, pardon me. I'm speaking the Celtics into existence.
Our top
so these
threes.
two teams,
Yep.
interchangeable. We
Yep.
all have the Magic at 3. Then again, it starts to get wonky in a wide open, which is all another way of saying bad Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
So how about eyeballing this thing? We start with, I've got the Sixers at 5.
Neither one of us.
Neither of you has the Sixers in the playoffs. You're
Yeah.
probably sitting there going, how could you possibly put the Sixers in at 5? It is me, to quote Travis,
Health.
assuming health.
Sure.
Yeah.
Which you cannot do with this team.
See?
But I believe that if Joel Embiid actually is healthy this year, and Paul George actually is healthy this year, we're
big
already
if.
talking about a Jared McCain injury
Yeah.
with the thumb, the UCL.
Yeah.
But if those two guys can stay on the floor,
Boy.
Embiid,
If.
George, Tyrese Maxey, you know how many combined games those three played last year together?
Wasn't it like 11 or something
15.
like that?
Well, that's not
15.
Maxey's fault.
No, it's not. He was out there. It's the other two. So if, I think
Well,
if,
he missed some time.
But not like them.
No.
if Embiid is out there,
Yeah.
I think this team is a playoff team.
Yeah.
Whatever seeding you want to put them in, that's a whole.
The
sure.
only issue that I have with that is that we know he's not going to play back-to-backs for pretty much the rest of his career.
Correct.
And
Was
the
he Al
NBA said, great for you.
Yeah.
76ers, you're getting 17.
That's right.
League leading.
That's right.
Back-to-backs this year.
Yeah.
So you can already pencil
for
them
them.
out.
Yeah.
For 17 games
Good for the
already,
NBA.
Adam. So
I'm glad the NBA did
That's
that.
the only reason I have an issue with that. The other thing that I think I saw out there, somebody had the Pacers in the playoffs, and it was you. and Travis and Adam and I didn't. Travis, please explain to me why you think the Indiana Pacers are making the playoffs.
I would rather ask you, why do you hate them so much? Because I'm sure Adam has a logical reason, but you hate this team every step of the way. These guys are in the finals, and you're hating on them. You're telling me they ain't no good.
They were in the
Halliburton
finals.
ain't this and
Tyrese
that.
Halliburton's gone. What he is absent. He's gone. He's out for the year.
And they lost.
Halliburton ain't playing. And Miles Turner's gone.
And they lost their third best player. Right, exactly. And Miles Turner
Pardon
as
me.
well for
Excuse
nothing.
me.
And they got back Jay Huff.
Excuse me.
And Isaiah Jackson is starting for them at center right now.
Excuse me. When we start talking about the best coaches in this league,
Yeah.
did they fire their coach, or is he still there?
No, he's still one of the best.
defense restaurant. In the Eastern Conference, which is trash, you mean to tell me one of the best coaches in this league can't take a talented team without their best player and make the playoffs? That's a hot take for me, to put the Pacers in the playoffs. Really? One of the best coaches in the league with a talented team sans their best player, I'll give you that, can't make the postseason in the trash East, please.
I don't know. I don't know what to even think about that. At this point, like, you just really love the Pacers because
I think I think they're a good team. They're going to be in the playoffs.
You're banking on
I think they're going to be fun to watch. I
Nembhard.
think they're going to be hard to play against.
Yes,
I don't
agree.
think they're going to be good.
Me too.
So you two have them in like kind of play-in-ville. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of these Eastern
any of
Conference,
these teams could
really
be in the
from
play-in.
from four down. It's going to be decided by 1 to 2 games here and there.
Okay.
I was telling Adam, I think off air the other day, that I think it's going to be one of those situations where you can get to the 6th seed and every team 6 and down are under 500.
Okay, stay with me then. Keep this up, Greg, because I agree with what you just said. Let's stay there. From 4 down, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's talk about this. Bucks have Giannis. Look at my list.
Who else do they have?
Bucks have. No, I'm just saying. Stay with me.
Miles Turner.
Bucks have Giannis. Stay with me a second.
Yep.
Bucks have Giannis.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pacers, I told you, have the coaching advantage.
Yep.
The Hawks have Ice Tray.
Yep.
The Celtics have Jaylen Brown and Derek
What have
White.
they ever won with Trae Young?
Huh?
What have they ever won with Trae Young?
No, I'm just.
They went
my
to the Eastern
point
Conference
is-
Finals.
My point is, from 4 down, you have to have something. You better have a fastball.
Yes.
Because other than that, you have no chance. So that's kind of my point of putting the Pacers in. It's just a coach as opposed to the player. That's my only point.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think there's a lot of better teams in this league. I think there's teams that we're sleeping on. I think the Miami Heat, I think, is one team that I think
First
you
out
guys
for
are,
me. First out.
Yeah, I think they're a team that you guys are sleeping on. I think they did get better this offseason somehow. We'll see what happens with Tyler Hero when he returns and how that helps out this team. But Casper Jackionis, right, the rookie that they have from Illinois, is a great player. He's going to be able to come in and provide some good off-the-bench minutes for them at point guard. Kello Ware is a dude that I think has been improving
They had a good
after
offseason.
year. You know, so
Norman Powell there.
Norman Powell's there. He did a lot of great
Andrew
things with the Clippers last year. So, you know, I think that teams like that we, you know, didn't make the playoffs last year, like made some slight improvements and can really show up, you know, in this instance. Obviously, we need to talk about the Celtics before we go on and talk about our finals predictions. I think I see Adam here with them at 4, which is insane.
So
I can see it though. I got them at 6 and Travis has them at 8.
Yeah, let's address the elephant in the room.
Talk about it.
I will readily admit that I am being a complete and total homer when I put the Celtics at 4.
I'm just glad you're admitting that.
But at least it's not just I'm being a homer. Like, just being a homer, I'd put them at like 2 or 3.
Right.
Putting them at 4, there's a path, guys. And the path is
JT coming back.
It's pretty simple, really, at least in theory. I'm not saying it's simple in practice.
Yes.
It's you don't have any major injuries for Jaylen Brown or Derek White.
Well, right.
It's Anthony Simons is a very productive leader of that second unit.
Yep.
It's Peyton Pritchard is going to average in the ballpark of 18 to 20 points per game. Mm-hmm. And it's come February, Jason Tatum is back. Yeah. That's how you're a top 4 seed.
I can see it, and I'm not mad at it. And the craziest thing about this team is nobody knows, and I can see all of our scenarios coming true. I could even see
They're missing it.
the full
Me
scenario, and then missing out on the playoffs as a whole.
Me too.
And then we get a little AJ DeBenz.
lottery. Then it's lottery.
A little Darren Peterson.
Well, yeah, because at that point, tank your arse. Right. Like if you're not, if you're around playing,
if they're 8 seed, I'm hot. If they're an AC, I'm coming
Yeah,
onto this show
that's the worst.
with you two, and I'm yelling at.
Yeah.
I'm standing up and yelling at the screen.
Yes,
Right in
I
the
agree.
center of
Because
mediocrity.
I'm like, why?
I agree,
Why
yeah.
are we here? Get out.
Yes.
Be a playing team.
Yes.
Like the Mavericks
Nobody
last
wants to be
year.
an NBA
lose
purgatory.
2 games
That's
or
right.
whatever, and find your way into
Get the
that,
ping pong
that
ball.
lottery.
Exactly. I completely agree.
So-
I have them at 8 here on my on the graphic.
Right.
But I completely agree.
All right.
Word for word. If
We
they're
got-
an 8 seed, we are screwed.
We gotta do it fast. Just miss. Who you guys have?
I had the Hornets.
Miami
I
for me.
love Miami.
Miami.
I love this Hornets team. I really do. Young kids are exciting. They're fun to watch. They're my favorite league pass team to watch.
Interesting.
But they cannot stay healthy to save their arse, and they are too young, and they're a bunch of losers. I don't think they know how to win anything.
Yeah.
But if they can figure it all out, I love that team.
Before we hit the break, we got to do our final four.
Yes. Hold on. I didn't tell you mine. Pacers. I do
Oh, to
respect
miss.
to barely miss.
I would
Pacers.
have rather not hear that.
I'm sorry.
I like Travis just feeling
Hey,
like he
Rick
was completely alone
Carlisle,
on
Joe
an island
Mazzulla.
right there.
All
Just
right,
saying.
here you go.
NBA season starting. Predict your NBA Finals champion. All right, so we'll take this a step further.
Got it.
Give me the conference finals.
Okay.
And then obviously your finals matchup and champion, Ante.
Okay, so we have our beautiful graphic as always. And of course, in the Western Conference, I got OKC
Oh, you guys love
versus the Nuggets.
Nuggets.
Just like you guys do, except for Travis, because he loves Wemby. and
It's
thinks
Wemby,
he's-
dog.
And thinks he's Jesus for
I
whatever
just
reason.
I hope
just
he's healthy.
carries
I
everything.
just hope he's healthy.
French Jesus. Touchdown Jesus. He's from Notre Dame. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I mean, I think this is what everyone should pick. I think we're getting a rematch. I think we're going to get – I'll tell you about the finals in a second. We can go over to the Eastern Conference.
All right.
In the Eastern Conference, I have a little bit of a different matchup than you guys have. We all do, actually. We all think the Magic are getting there.
Okay, yeah.
for
Which is
whatever
weird.
reason.
It's weird that's the consensus team.
Hello, dog.
It is. It is weird that we all think that, but I'm rolling with Knicks. Travis, you're rolling with Pistons.
Yep.
Cavaliers, Adam. I think people understand why the Knicks and the Cavaliers are here.
Yeah.
Travis, why the
Cade.
hell are the Pistons
Kate
here?
Cunningham. You know, I'm going to give you a football reference here. I need to see him stay healthy another year. And you and I,
Yep.
Adam, have talked a lot about it. Christian Gonzalez, right? Gonzalez got hurt, and then in that year, too, he stayed healthy, and he was an absolute stud. I need to see that from Cunningham. Can you stay healthy again for a full year? Of course, I'm betting here that he does. I think that dude's a leader. I've thought that from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I remember saying on air, like, if he can just stay healthy, he did, and look what he did with that team.
Yeah.
Now that team believes in themselves. I think the Pistons, as long as he's healthy, they got a chance to go to the
Yeah,
finals.
you have them toppling a tough Cavs team.
Yes, I don't believe in that.
In that 1-4 matchup. All right, now to the finals.
Yep.
Who we got? Let's see it here. All right.
Drum roll,
We
please.
all got the Magic moving on to the finals.
I mean, bro,
this is crazy.
Jason Tatum doesn't have an Achilles. What do you want us to do?
I'm rolling with the Nuggets, obviously, over the Thunder, as you guys have to do. But
It's not even that we all believe in Orlando. It's
Yes.
that we all question Cleveland.
Yes.
We all question
Yes.
New York.
100%.
Yeah.
This is the definition of settling in life.
Okay, well, can we change it up here? Who do we think is winning? Do we think the
It
West
ain't
is
the Magic.
The West, period.
West,
The West
period.
is winning.
Okay.
It ain't the Magic.
So we all
It's-
agree.
The
The
West
Nuggets
is,
or the Thunder
this is
are
how
winning
the West
NBA
was won.
champions.
Yes.
It's just that is, and look, we could do another hour and a half on this very topic, but we're gonna break. This is what agitates me so much. This is what makes me so sad as a fan that we're sitting here having this conversation about a dismal, disappointing, ugly Eastern Conference, knowing full well that if they had the Celtics a healthy Jason Tatum, even with the rest of this roster looking as it did, even if they had to get under the second apron and cut costs and trade away
still go.
Holiday and get rid of Porzingis,
Yes.
and I think Horford, they find a way to come back if you got a healthy Tatum. Horford basically admitted as much.
Yeah.
But if you more or less have this same roster but a healthy Tatum from Jump Street, we're just talking about coasting to the Eastern Conference Finals at the
I'll take
very
it a step
least.
further, too. There's no Tibbs in New York to outcoach your coach
He's
come
helping us.
postseason.
Yeah, he's
right?
here,
Yeah,
hanging
he's
out.
helping us, right? There's no your boy in Indiana who you hate on.
Carlisle.
Tyrese
Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, Halliburton. So, yes, you're absolutely right. Even with everything you lost from a Celtics standpoint, from a roster standpoint, you could still win the East with a healthy
We should be
team.
talking about Banner
Cavs are the
19.
Cavs. They choke.
But we should be
The Cavs
talking
are the
about.
Cavs. They choke. Exactly.
At some point, they're going to be running Mitchell into the ground too.
Yeah,
like
right.
he's running out of gas
Yeah,
for
100%.
sure. That core is going to be broken up in no time.
No
We're
doubt.
going to step aside. When we come back, all right, we've told you where we think teams are going to finish. We've told you who we think is going to win. What about players? What about the individual accolades? The name on the front of the jersey for a lot of these guys, right? It's not the team. It's that one. You know what I mean? We're going to get into the awards and find out who's bringing home the hardware when we come on back.